Welcome back. Now let's turn our attention to the poll-bound state of Tamil Nadu, and ahead of assembly elections there appears to be some trouble for actor turned Neta Vijay, who's contesting from two seats. Remember, he's filed his nominations from Perambur as well as Tiruchirappalli East. He's filed nominations for both, but there appear to be discrepancies in the affidavits that he submitted. In one affidavit, he has not disclosed pending cases against him, and in the other, he has mentioned two cases that are pending against him. Let's take you through those discrepancies, and what you see on the screens, of course, a short while ago were the two affidavits that he's filed. Now, let's take you through the discrepancies. In Perambur, you have a situation where Vijay has claimed that he has absolutely no cases pending against him. Remember that under the provisions of the RPA, candidates are duty-bound to disclose pending cases. So in Perambur, he's basically claimed that there are no pending cases. In Trichy East, he's listed two cases as pending against him. So clearly there's a contradiction there, a discrepancy that's now been brought to light. The Perambur affidavit, or the nomination, had been filed by him on the 30th of March. And then a couple of days later in Trichy East, he filed his nomination and subsequently, of course, held a roadshow. In Perambur, like we said earlier, he's claimed that there are no pending cases. In Trichy East, in his nomination, he's claimed that there are two pending cases. Now, amid this entire row against him, the DMK, which is the ruling dispensation in the state of Tamil Nadu, has said that this amounts to something that is completely unacceptable on the part of the leader of his party, which is Vijay himself, and that this particular issue should be resolved on the part of Vijay at the earliest. He should first resolve the issue of his nomination before, of course, continuing his campaign. This has become now a massive political tussle in the state of Tamil Nadu, with several political parties responding to this and even alleging that Vijay has tried to conceal information. Let's in fact go through those reactions first.
The leader who has issues in filling up his nomination is asking for votes to fix the problems of people of Tamil Nadu, to govern them, is really unacceptable, unimaginable. The party, the leader, they do not have the basic sense of filling the nomination, can never win the hearts of people and can never rule them.
Well, let me go across to Dharani, who's of course also been tracking the progress of Vijay's own campaign in this all-important election. Now, Dharani, Vijay does have a few options up his sleeve, which is that once, of course, his nominations are scrutinized, and if there are indeed any red lights flagged on the part of the returning officer, then he may, in fact, be asked to file his nomination and his affidavit afresh. Take us through the procedures that await Vijay in the event that the returning officer takes note of this discrepancy that's been brought to light.
Well, according to the rules, a candidate can file 4 sets of nomination papers for each constituency. And as far as Perambur is concerned, so far Vijay has filed 2 sets of nomination papers, and it is in these nomination papers that Vijay has not mentioned anything about the pending cases that are against him. So we spoke to TVK's Joint General Secretary CTR Nirmal Kumar a while back, and he says that tomorrow Vijay is likely to file a fresh set of nomination papers in which he will update the information, and he will put out all the information in connection with the pending cases against him, and these fresh sets of nomination papers will be again filed in the Perambur Assembly constituency, is what Joint General Secretary CTR Nirmal Kumar has told. And he says that TVK did not have prior information, or they were not intimated by the police department about the case in 2025 from Madurai, and that is where they couldn't mention it in the earlier affidavits filed by Vijay in Perambur. And now that they've got to know about it, Vijay is likely to file another set of fresh nomination papers, and this will happen tomorrow most likely, is what sources in TVK tell us.
Right, we'll of course have to wait and see, and Vijay will of course, he might have to in fact now file his nomination afresh once the returning officer also ends up taking cognizance of the discrepancies that have been brought in both those affidavits. How is this all building up in terms of how the DMK now has decided to make this a massive political issue? Because in the larger scheme of things, this is at best a discrepancy that can in fact be addressed within a few days as well once he files his affidavit afresh. But the DMK, of course, taking umbrage, they've decided to say that this is an attempt to mislead voters, this is an attempt to conceal information, and that if Vijay is indeed taking a political plunge, he should at the very least know how to file nominations.
Well, the DMK says that if the leader of a political party that claims to be the primary political force in Tamil Nadu, if that leader is not even able to file his affidavit without any mistakes, then how will he govern an entire state, a huge state like Tamil Nadu is the question that is coming in from the DMK. Vijay was not even aware until today that there was a pending case against him in Madurai, and he filed an affidavit without that basic information. And if he is not even able to file an election affidavit with all the necessary facts, how will the people of Tamil Nadu hand over a state like Tamil Nadu to him to govern is the question that is coming in from the DMK. But the TVK is yet to respond to this accusation from the DMK at this point. All that the TVK says at this moment is that a mistake happened, and it happened because we were not aware that a case was pending against Mr. Vijay in Madurai.
Sure.
That the police department did not summon him, or they did not intimate us about this particular case that was registered against him in 2025. And now that we have got to know about it, we are going to update our affidavit, and a fresh set of nomination papers will be filed in Perambur is what they say. But the DMK is not taking this matter very lightly. They say that Vijay is not
they've said
able
it's
to
completely unacceptable. The TVK has responded by saying that this is a simple case of oversight which will be rectified. Many thanks, Dharani, for your perspective on this. We'll take a short break. We'll come back with more on the others.